Hi, I'm Wendy Hawkins.
Hi, I'm John Voorhees. Welcome to Nevada City's 4th of July parade and celebration. We are doing this in the ravaging time of a pandemic, and so you'll notice Wendy is correctly masked, but I am not. And so what we've decided, just before we move into the festivities, that we will take turns masking and be hopefully perfectly safe.
Hopefully.
So it's not that I'm ignoring the rules or anything like that. That's where we're going with this one.
It is the 4th of July after all, and it is very hot. So it's a little warm under these masks.
It is so hot. So anyway, let's get into it here. Continuing a tradition that began 119 years ago, this year's hosting city, Nevada City, was left no choice but to forego this year's parade due to a pandemic. It was in 1901 that an agreement was struck between Nevada City and Grass Valley to alternate the parade between the two communities. Since then, Grass Valley has hosted the celebration on odd-numbered years and Nevada City on even-numbered years. This year, a virtual hosting is done by Nevada County Media. And I did check my watch. It's 2020 even year, so this is the Nevada City Parade.
I'm glad you're on it.
That's
we
what I'm
need
here
somebody to keep us all honest. Okay, in 2019, Executive Director of Nevada City Chamber of Commerce stated that what happens here on July 4th is the epitome of a small town celebration. Whether the parade is in Grass Valley or Nevada City, the focus is on three important elements of American life: families, communities, and patriotism. We could not agree more.
See, now my three are slightly different.
What are your three, John?
Barbecue, alcohol, and M80s.
M80s!
Well, I'm just saying, but that's why I'm not the executive director like Kathy Whittlesey was of the Chamber of Commerce.
I'm pretty sure many others would have something to say about that.
Yes, I know. I'm not making a very good impression here initially, am I?
You are for the NRA, so there we go. All right.
Well, let's get to it. We are so happy to be joined by the Nevada County Contraband. It's a nonprofit organization consisting of volunteer musicians who perform free concerts for our community. It's a staple of our 4th of July parade every year, providing a free concert before the parade starts and musical interludes during the parade. Nevada County Contraband is grateful that we can continue our tradition of participating in the July 4th celebration. Thank you, this is from Nevada County Contraband. Thank you to Nevada County Media for providing a safe way for us to celebrate this year. And they will be performing Stars and Stripes Forever, but don't let the name of the song throw you. It's only about a 3-minute piece. It doesn't actually go on forever. Yes, I think we should be clear about that.
Very important.
This year's national anthem is sung by Chris Stepanian. Chris is a Nevada County native and has been performing since she was 10 years old. So she must be pretty tired now. I think that's a long time to be performing. She loves singing at Off-Broad Street Theater in Nevada City and throughout California, accompanied by her son Dominic Stepanian on guitar.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts hearts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets read clear, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Chris, thank you so much.
I'm speechless.
You didn't stand up, I noticed. Do you not stand up for the anthem? Is that how you were raised? Were you raised in a barn?
Well, I took a knee. I took a knee.
Oh, took a knee.
You didn't see this, but I took a knee.
I took a knee. Yeah,
Yes.
the camera must have missed that.
Yes, in solidarity
Okay.
for diversity and equality thereof. I took a knee. So let's see. Oh, up next we have our Grand Marshal, Brian Evans, and accompanied by his wife, Jen. Dr. Brian Evans is a board-certified emergency medicine physician and the current CEO of Sierra Nevada Memorial Hospital. He is joined by his wife, Jen, riding in a 62 Buick Special Convertible driven by Bob Norman. Thank you, Bob.
Happy 4th of July, everybody. On behalf of Sierra Nevada Memorial Hospital, I want to thank everybody in the community for all your support. Thanks to all our employees, doctors, techs, phlebotomists, EVS workers, kitchen workers, everybody. You do a great job. It's been quite an interesting year, but we feel so supported. Thank you very, very much, and happy 4th.
Well done.
First
Good
names.
job,
Hey,
guys.
good job.
Thank
nice
you.
to see you guys. Lovely.
They suffered the heat.
Now, one special thing we'll be doing during this presentation is we'll be showing clips from previous 4th of July parades. And so I'd like to give a shout out to some of the previous Grand Marshals, if that's okay. Remember 2015, our Grand Marshal was Sandy Woods, CEO of the Nevada County Fairgrounds, and John Hart, who is a photographer of the Union newspaper. The next year we are hoping to have Woody Sands, but a friend of Sandy Woods. But we were lucky that David Painter of SPD Markets was Grand Marshal back in 2016. Wonderful. Nice to see these names again.
Very nice. And just to be clear, because I know we're going to have to run a retraction, that Sandy is the former CEO
Oh, former CEO.
of the Nevada County Fair.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah. Well, lovely to see the name again anyway.
Yes, and then right after David Painter, we had Craig Haughty, publisher of Nevada County Gold Magazine.
Oh, I like that magazine.
And Partnership Development Director at the Nevada County Fairgrounds.
Yeah.
Thank you all for all your past service.
And then last year, remember we did the parade last year?
We did do the parade last
On
year.
the 4th of July, wasn't it?
I
It was a 4th of July parade anyway, and Jason Fouye, former Grass Valley mayor, was the Grand Marshal at the time.
Thank you, Jason.
Hey, look what's coming. It's our first float. You want to do the honors there?
Oh, I would love to do the honors. These guys just knocked it out of the ballpark. This year marks the 29th year that Wreaths Across America has been placing wreaths on the graves of veterans across the United States. The local Nevada County Wreaths Across America ceremony this year will be held at St. Patrick's Cemetery on Rough and Ready Highway on December 19th at 12 noon. In addition to placing wreaths on the graves at St. Patrick's and Greenwood, we will also be placing wreaths at Sierra Memorial Lawn Cemetery in Nevada City. Hi, ladies, you're doing a great job. Help us cover the graves of our veterans this year by sponsoring a wreath for $15. We hope you will join us to let our veterans and families know that we will not forget.
Hi, happy 4th of July. Come to our ceremony December 19th at St. Patrick's at noon. St. Patrick's Cemetery.
Wonderful. And I think we can agree that that was certainly a banner day for those two women for Wreaths across America. Wonderful to have them here. Thank you. Okay, so we have a rich history here in Nevada County, and this year marks our 119th 4th of July parade. Join us on a journey throughout this broadcast as we take a peek at some of these. Here's a clip from 2010. Now, before we get to it, I've heard about some of these previous parades. Was this the one with the locusts? 2010?
No, I think you're thinking
was
of
a different one.
1910.
Maybe it's 1910.
was
Okay,
1910.
let's roll the clip. Let's take a look at the 4th of July parade from 2010.
We got Tom Newmark. He's been Uncle Sam in this parade for many, many years. He's the little guy. And we got Jonathan Meredith, Uncle Sam on stilts. Rufus T. Whizbang and his wackos. Cable internet, then these beach balls are a Google bid, and we need it here. And if anything you can do to get behind it, you should. Next person is the Gold Country.
So, John, did you know there's something written on the back of the Declaration of Independence?
I did not know that, Wendy.
Well, let me tell you about it. There is a simple message written upside down across the bottom of the signed document that reads, Original Declaration of Independence, dated 4th July, 1776.
I did not know that.
I did not know that either.
Now, since we're sharing facts back and
Okay,
forth,
please.
I have one for you.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Did you know that July 4th falls on the same date every year? You can look it up. Isn't that amazing?
I want to look this up. I need confirmation.
It's true. Okay, hit me with another one. Hit me with
Another one. Okay, well, let's see. Okay, this is fascinating.
All right.
The average age of the signers was 45 years. Of the 56 signers, the youngest signer, Thomas Lynch Jr. and Edward Rutledge of South Carolina, were only 26.
that's young.
However, Benjamin Franklin of Pennsylvania was the oldest signer at 70 years old.
Yeah, he was getting up there. Oh.
That's old, especially when you consider that the average life expectancy for a male back then was probably 45.
Yeah, he was on borrowed time. He had 25 years of borrowed time there.
He
Doing
had a
great
long
thing.
life.
Okay, I've got one for you. Ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Guess who was born on this day in 1918?
In 1918,
She's
I don't know.
a she.
Okay.
That helps you by 50%.
Harriet Tubman.
No, Ann Landers. Good guess. Ann Landers, the twin sister of Dear Abby, was born on this day in 1918. You know who else was born on this day? Dear Abby.
No.
Yeah, 1918. They were both born on. Isn't that weird?
No.
Twin sisters. They were both born on the same day. Yeah. They'd be
Wow.
102 right now.
I'm amazed.
Well, let's go ahead to our first video message, and we'd like to thank M3 Mall. Let's take a look at this message now.
Hi, Nevada County, and happy 4th of July from M3 Mall in downtown Grass Valley. This is the 11th time that we have had an opportunity to be part of the Nevada County Parade, and we consider it a great privilege. We'd like to wish all of you a very safe and happy 4th of July.
Welcome back to the 119th 4th of July Parade. Yada, yada, yada.
You're not supposed to read yada yada. They're going to cut that out. You should cut that out.
You should cut that out.
All right.
Oh,
Well, let's hear
man.
for Brunswick Village Assisted Living. Brunswick Village is a unique senior living complex located in the foothills of the Sierras with all the historic beauty and charm of Gold Country. From the moment you walk through the front door of Brunswick Village, you'll feel at home. Their warmth, hospitality, and commitment to service are the principles upon which Brunswick Village Senior Living was founded.
Happy 4th of July from Brunswick Village Assisted Living, the best senior living in Grass Valley. Woohoo!
Let me turn it
Good
over to
job.
Wendy.
What a great job. Love their flip. That red, white, and blue, really, I mean, what a fashion statement.
Good for them.
Yes, indeed.
What's next, Wendy?
What's next? We're going to take a little break and we're going to take a look at parade highlights.
All I got one left, all right?
Well, that was so entertaining. I'm so glad we got that quick little flashback to 2011 parade.
2011, yeah.
Wonderful. So I've got another one for you.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. Only 2 men signed the Declaration of Independence on July 4th, 1776. Can you guess which 2?
2 people signed it in 1776.
On the 4th of July.
Ted Williams and Idi Amin.
Close.
No?
That would be Charles Thompson
Oh, Charles Thompson,
and
right.
the infamous John Hancock were the
John
only 2 men who actually signed the Declaration of Independence on that day. The other 54 delegates signed over the course of the next month.
And do you think it was penmanship issues? What was that all about?
I think they were waiting for the e-signature approvals.
Well, I got one for you.
Okay.
Did you know that
Yes.
Canada also has a July 4th, but they celebrate it July 1st? And that's because they're insecure, attention-seeking Northerners.
Oh,
They have to be ahead of us.
well,
And I'm getting a little sick of it, Canada, this whole July 1st Independence Day. I think we put up with that for too long.
are you leading the revolution, John?
No, I just want to say
Okay,
that.
all right.
That's okay. What do you got for me?
Okay, well, let's see. Oh, here was one. Wearing Old Glory violates the U.S. flag codes. How many of you own a flag, t-shirt, beach towel, shorts, headband, or any other item that is representative of the U.S. flag?
Are you waiting for an answer? I don't know the
From
answer.
you. Do you own anything like that?
You did not name the article of clothing that looks like the flag that I wear, so we'll just move on.
Okay, well, it turns out you're in violation of the U.S. flag code. The U.S. flag code states that you are in violation if you sell or display any article of merchandise upon which shall have been printed, painted, attached, or otherwise placed a representation of the flag.
Oh, okay.
In order to advertise, call attention to, decorate, mark, or distinguish the article or substance on which so placed.
I think that was written by a lawyer. That was very detailed there.
It was very detailed.
Okay, I got one for you about Benjamin Franklin.
Okay, I'm ready.
Ready?
Yes.
All right. This is a little known fact. Benjamin Franklin was a big fan, and I hope we can say this, he was a big fan of the posterior. And he actually wrote the melody that became Baby Got Back, which was the #1 hit on July 4th, 1992 by Sir Mix-a-Lot. Sir Mix-a-Lot went back like 200 years to get that melody from Benjamin Franklin.
Wow.
Okay, true. You can look it up. I guess. That said, let's go to our next video message. I'm so happy that Elizabeth Betancourt has made a video message for us. She's a candidate for the Assembly. Let's watch that.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Betancourt. Pedro, my husband,
Hello.
and Bucky and I would love to wish you an amazing and safe 4th of July with your friends and your family. It's a great time to remember our North State spirit of independence, and that spirit extends, of course, throughout our nation. Every year on this day, we relight the torch of liberty and democracy in every community across the land. Keep in mind that pets like Bucky are sensitive to fireworks, and make sure you keep them safe inside. Love to you all, and have a wonderful 4th of July.
And up next, we have Audrey Denny. Audrey, what do you have to say?
I'm Audrey Denny, and I've spent the last 32 months running for Congress because I believe our elected officials must be servants rather than politicians. Today we celebrate the ideals of our Declaration of Independence, the belief that we are all created equal, and that when we care for the most vulnerable among us, we're all better off. Our towns, our state, and our country's next chapter is ours to write. Let's make it a story of service, equality, and a belief in the inherent dignity of every person. When elected, I will be a public servant, not a politician, and I will fight for every one of you. I wish you the best on this 4th of July.
Okay, all right. Up next, we have the Nevada County Democratic Central Committee. Hey guys, looking good. The Nevada County Democrats are proud to stand for progressive values in Northern California. They will continue to work towards electing local progressives who can help move our communities forward. They will fight to protect what is guaranteed to you by the Bill of Rights. They fight for justice, reform, work to raise the voices of those less represented in the political process, and more. Go Nevada County Democrats.
Here they come.
Don't forget to vote November 2020.
Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July, everybody.
Very well organized, I must say.
They are.
Good marching.
Oh, wait, I see a flag code violation.
No, you're allowed to wave the flag. You can't wear it.
I was looking at the mask.
Honestly. Okay, next up, let's go down memory lane and take a look at the memory lane is actually where they marched in 2015. So the next parade highlights from 2015. This was the one with the zombie invasion. So let's take a look.
There's some skill there.
Some wobbly knees.
All right. Uncle Sam, I'm still. Jonathan Meredith, Uncle Sam.
Celebrating 125 years of service promoting patriotism, preserving American history, and securing America's future through better education for children.
Grass Valley Taiko Drumming. This is our 15th year promoting traditional Japanese-style drumming that blends traditional Japanese-style drumming with ancient rhythms, martial arts movements, training style.
Now we go to the highly energetic, and you know somebody in that group.
Yeah, full disclosure, my wife's in this group.
All right.
She's a jazzercise instructor.
You know, I think they keep moving the entire route of the parade. They keep moving.
They are dancing the whole parade route. So they're going to burn a lot of calories.
Yeah, they keep moving.
Okay, here we go. This is a random fact. A little late to the parade, July 4th was not deemed a federal holiday until 1870. Nearly 100 years after the nation was founded.
Took the feds a while to catch up, I must say.
All in due course.
I'm going to share not a fact, but a quote.
Okay.
Okay, this quote is from John Gunther, and it really struck me last night as I was doing the research. So here's the quote. Ours is the only country deliberately founded on a good idea. That gives you something to think about. It's really good.
It is.
John Gunther is also famous for being the first person to say, "Excuse me, is this seat taken?" So that's another famous quote from John. So anytime you say that, you're actually channeling John Gunther.
Okay.
All right, you got one for me?
I don't know if I can
That's
follow
a tough
that
act
one
to follow,
up.
right? I'm telling you.
Yes, indeed. Well, just for me, since the theme is 4th of July, amazingly, the first July 4th celebrations consisted of homeowners having barbecues. Wait, this is yours, John.
She's stealing don't steal my material. What I like though is when you realize that before she ruined the entire joke, so I might be able to use that joke later.
You can't, please do. I'm not even going to finish it.
All right, so
I'm
you
not
want me
going
to
finish
go?
it. Please,
well,
go.
Okay, all right. The joke that Wendy just trampled all over was, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed since the first 4th of July in 1776. Nothing has changed since it was a federal holiday in 1870.
Wow.
Look at the first July 4th celebrations back in 1776 consisted of homeowners having barbecues and throwing M80s at their neighbors. That's what they did nearly
in 1870.
Or
before 1870.
Well, yeah, they've been doing it a long time.
Apparently.
Okay, with that said,
yes.
Hey, let's go to another video message and thank the fine folks of Atria. Let's take a look at what they have to say.
Hi, I'm Alicia Riss, Executive Director here at HREA Grass Valley. You a happy 4th of July.
They're a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
Do you know what I yelled at the marching presidents at the Constitution Day parade? When FDR came down, he was walking down the street. I said, he can walk, which I thought was really funny.
It's a miracle!
Well, you know, I was cracking up, but I was the only one. You're an easy laugher. That's why I like working with you.
It does take somebody with just a little bit of
But
knowledge.
I notice it takes you a year to recover from working with me. That's
This
why it's
is
only
true.
a once a year.
I think my side still hurts.
Yes, yeah, well, I kicked you. Okay, let's see who's next in the parade. It's E. Clampus Vitus.
My favorite.
Yay,
you guys, you're awesome.
And E. Clampus Vitus is a fraternal society dedicated to preserving the history and heritage of the American Gold Rush, especially that of the Mother Lode.
Find it for parade, everybody. Happy 4th of July. What saith the brethren? Satisfactory. Recorded.
All right, E. Clampus Vitus. Nice to see them, always in the same vein.
We're going to take a quick break and look at some highlights from the 2016 4th of July parade.
Right, which was memorable because of the frogs falling, raining down from the sky.
Oh, you know what? I think I remember that.
Yeah, see?
All right.
Oh, but we are going to talk about things as they're coming by us, and then they'll go by Dave after that.
And we'll hear him loud and clear, won't we?
I'm pretty sure that's on your screen. And they are followed by the Vietnam vet of American. And we do have a large contingent of Vietnam vets.
And he's
here in Nevada
well-behaved.
County, a number of them
He
being
is,
represented
yeah.
so far
Getting a big
today.
hand, too.
So far. And your first look coming up of the Ophir Prison Band. There are no words to describe Ophir Prison Band. You just sort of have to watch and see. They are an amazing display of musicianship, choreography, and they have an incredible skill set with the kazoo. That's all I can tell you.
Not a bad sense of humor either.
There we go.
Can already see that. Being in the parade.
They've been a tradition here for many, many years. Every year I've
Yeah.
seen the parade, they've been part of it.
It says they're with the Temperance Society. That seems odd, doesn't it?
It does indeed. I think they may have a little motivation that's not quite temperance. As the police go by. That's just a coincidence.
I like this guy.
Is that nice? And coming up next is our Grand Marshal for the parade, Dave Painter, and the SPD family.
At my age and my gender, that's not a concern.
Not so
We have
much.
to get over that, yeah.
Not worried about the look, only
Not
about
worried
the
about
opinion.
the look, nope.
Makes perfect sense. The Marching Masons are next. Masonic Lodge right around the corner here.
They look more like the Sauntering Masons, Holly.
Not really a march going on there,
I guess
guys.
they're waiting for the truck.
More-
Seems
He
quite
had-
devoted to his master there.
He has drinks named after him. He's getting all kinds of
that
things
right?
named
Yeah.
after him now.
Yeah, that's
Rudiger
a beautiful
is very
dog,
popular.
too.
Again, can't thank NCTV for streaming this. For people who aren't able to come to the parade, hot days like this, it's nice to be able to sit at home and watch
Sure,
the
yeah.
parade. Not 100%. Those are some big flags, not those
are
little
nice flags. Yeah.
That's our Lions Club.
Terrific, taking pictures of them all the time.
And it is a phone, it is a camera, it is a computer.
It's everything, yeah.
We have the Sons of the American Revolution Gold Country chapter, established in 1924. They can trace their lineal ancestry to the men who fought for our independence from Great Britain.
We got you, baby.
We're being quizzed over there.
Yes, we are.
Continue to serve the community. They help nonprofits, other organizations. horse community and others to take advantage of the natural wonders that exist. Some going on right now.
I can tell you they take full advantage of the trails around here, Holly.
Yes, I'm aware of that as well. I was thinking they needed a shave, but maybe not. Walkers and from the Ophir Prison Band.
All right, those were wonderful highlights.
They sure were.
So, I have a fact for you, John.
I'm ready for it.
Okay. Did you know that one signer of the Declaration of Independence later recanted?
He recanted his signature? What did he say? That's not my signature?
He recanted his, or pulled his support, I guess. But
wow.
Really, it was Richard Stockton.
Oh, okay. Enough said.
He was a lawyer from New Jersey, and he became the only signer of the Declaration of Independence to recant his support of the revolution after being captured by the British in November 1776 and thrown in jail. Well, I think he recanted based on duress.
They probably put the thumb screws on him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so after years of abusive treatment and his recanting of loyalties, Stockton was released to find all of his property destroyed or stolen by the British. His library, one of the finest in the colonies, was burned to the ground. That was really kind of sad. I gotta take a break now.
I was just about to say I love a happy ending. It was that funny. So same fact,
we did,
two different.
Yes, two different perspectives.
Okay, I've got one for you. I'm going to be frank with you for a second. First time.
Okay, Frank. Oh, I'm sorry, John.
Oh, that's a good job.
Yes,
See what
thank
you did there. Okay. How many hot dogs do you think Americans consume on the 4th of July? Take a guess.
7.
No, it's 8. You were so close, but you missed it by 1. Really close there. No, you weren't anywhere in the ballpark. 150 million hot dogs are consumed by Americans on the 4th of July, which sounds impressive.
Yes, I'm impressed.
It's not impressive. When you realize that the guy who wins the Nathan's hot dog eating contest, he accounts for 80 million of them on his own. So we really don't eat that many hot dogs. It just sounds like a lot. Okay, hey, let's go to our next video message. It's Pamela Swartz, who is the Democratic candidate for State Senate District 1. Take it away, Pamela.
Hi everybody, it's Pamela Swartz. I'm running for State Senate District 1 and it's July 4th. I want to wish everybody a super happy July 4th day. Usually I'm on a horse in the Nevada County parade, but this year unfortunately can't do it. So I thought I would do my own parade on my horse. This is my horse. She's 23. Her name is Fanny. And we did Tevis together. We did 100 miles. That was a long time ago, but she is still rocking and rolling, and I love this girl to death. So I just want to say happy, happy, happy Independence Day. Hope everybody stays safe and healthy, and asante.
All right, Pamela, thank you very much. And let's turn it over to my dear colleague, Wendy.
So we have coming up next, just around the corner, John's Drum Studio.
Well, you can't beat that.
John Bassa and Jim Mezzetta perform in the Grass Valley Drum Line, brought to you by John's Drum Studio. Both participants are Army veterans. Thank you guys for your service. John has been playing and teaching drums and percussions for over 50 years. Jim has played on and off for a total of 10 years, so he's the newbie. Let's hear it for them. John and Jim.
John's been playing for 50 years, but Jim has been on and off for a time. I would be exhausted if I were playing drums for 50 years. I think it's better to be on and off for 10 years versus playing straight through for 50.
I would agree.
Don't you think?
I do.
Okay.
I do think.
Next up is our walk down memory lane, our highlights from the 2017 4th of July parade. This was the flood. Wasn't this the flood? The flood,
2017.
It washed out, it destroyed downtown.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Right, 2017?
Oh, yeah, that was it.
That was it. All right, so let's take a look at this highlight.
The American Legion, this American Legion post has been serving military veterans and active duty military for more than 98 years. Every month, they send care packages to our overseas troops. Here in car number 6, we have an honored guest, Mr. Lou Conter. He's a 95-year-old veteran who was on the USS Arizona when it was attacked at Pearl Harbor. Lou is one of the only 5 who are still alive.
Hey, welcome to Grass Valley 4th of July Parade. Sir. Can you do this? Excellent. Introduce yourself. You know, I'm kind of busy right at the moment. Okay, you're doing a great job. They have been here, I think, for 115 years. They have been performing at the parades, and there's nothing better. Oh my God, he lost his plunger. Captain Rufus Whizband.
Drum Major Captain Rufus T. Whizband. Let's hear it for the Ophir Prison Marching Band. The Grass Valley Male Voice Choir here in Grass Valley carries on the Cornish tradition of miners singing in the mine. The local choir doesn't sing in the mine anymore, but we had a lot of Cornish miners here during the gold rush, and one of the Cornish traditions was to sing in the mines. So the Grass Valley Male Voice Choir is a group of men who honor that tradition and went to Cornwall just this last spring and to sing in a Cornwall Male Voice Festival.
Those who may not know. So we're going to say hi to Chuck Yeager. Welcome, Mr. Yeager. So thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's great to have you here.
How you doing?
Good.
Good.
It's good to see you too.
Yeah,
Take
you
care.
fine? You still fine?
Yes.
Yes, good.
All right, Chuck Yeager, who has been Grand Marshal in past parades, an illustrious citizen of the Penn Valley and Grass Valley area.
Now is the Sons of the American Revolution, the Gold Country chapter, wearing costumes representative of the time that we are celebrating, the Declaration of Independence, the American Revolution. One of the men is in buckskin, similar to the hunters that would be active in those days, and the traders. The Sons of the American Revolution can trace their lineal ancestors to patriots who fought in the American Revolution. And then we have Daughters of the American Revolution, the Captain John Oldham chapter, again wearing costumes reminiscent of the day. I happen to be a member of this chapter. I can trace my 5 times great-grandfather back to the American Revolution. He was in a couple local militias. A lot of people don't know that you don't have to have an ancestor who actually fought in the war. The definition of a patriot includes people who paid war taxes to help pay for the War of Independence, and people who supplied them. I have a many times great-grandfather who manufactured paper for the bullet cartridges, and he would qualify as a patriot in the American Revolution. So that was the Captain John Oldham chapter.
Okay, I'm going to introduce you to E Vitus Clampus, a rather infamous group, Jethro.
Yeah, my name's Jethro. Hello.
Tell us a little about E Vitus Clampus.
We're a historical society with a small bit of a drinking problem, but we do good things for our community.
I know.
We're all about the community.
And it goes way back.
Thank you.
When did it start?
Oh, 1800s, 1849s, 1850s.
They consider themselves the Honorable Brotherhood of E. Clampus Vitus. Pretty well known for good parties, I think.
I'm guessing, but could this be Dr. Killerman?
How'd you recognize me?
I was. It's your legs. Your legs gave you away. You have the oldest legs in the group.
You did me. They came to form.
So tell us, how's the foundation going?
It's doing well. Invite everybody to come over and work with us. Spend some time in Africa.
To Uganda?
To Uganda, near the Congolese border. We got a hospital, nursing school, prison in the middle of a famine.
And how do we find you here?
Well, we find you at just Kellerman Foundation.
So listen, hey, we're back.
We're back, all right.
We're back.
Wonderful.
Yay.
Nice to be back again.
It is nice to be back again. All right. So let's see.
Do you have a random fact for me?
I'm looking.
Without reading any of mine. Maybe one of yours instead. Okay.
Gosh, you're so defensive.
I know,
John.
I really am insecure about this.
Okay, here we go. Here's one. Fireworks are an American tradition dating back to 1777. Fireworks date back as a tradition of Independence Day as early as the first anniversary in 1777. John Adams wrote in a letter to his wife Abigail that he wanted Independence Day to be celebrated with pomp, parade, shows, and illuminations.
Illuminations.
The
Sure.
original letter was written when Adams presumed that Independence Day would be celebrated on July 2nd.
July 2nd. Again with July 2nd. That's like the Canadian, and the Canadians would still beat us by a day if it were July 2nd. I can't stand it.
I
Listen,
don't know.
even though it's 4th of July parade, and even though this is America and Nevada City, I'm going to get a little political. I just want to talk about global warming for a second.
Okay.
Did you know that North Dakota makes 36% of the baked beans we eat on July 4th every year? Way to go, North Dakota. Congratulations. Did you know that? Okay. Let's take a look at our next video clip. It's a message from the Republican Party.
Hello everyone. Happy 4th of July from the Nevada County Republican Party.
We invite you to our elections office in the Fowler Center next to B&C Hardware.
We're opening in August with a big selection of yard signs, Trump gear, and election information. Come see us in August.
Okay, great. And thank you, Republican Party. Coming up next, M3 Mall with the M3 Queens. M3 Queens is a community service pageant system for Northern California. There they are. Hello, ladies. Guys and gals ages 3 to 103 compete for a variety of titles from Cornish Christmas, Grass Valley, Nevada City, Penn Valley, Nevada County, Northern California, and Gold Country. During their reign, they volunteer at 2 events a month. During the year, the collaboration of all the titles averages 1,000 community service hours a year. They have been serving in Nevada County for 10 years. You're invited to join the next pageant, anticipated in November of this year. Contact M3 Mall in downtown Grass Valley for more information.
Happy 4th of July from the M3 Queens in downtown Grass Valley. We wish all of Nevada County a safe and wonderful holiday. And again, happy 4th of July. Happy 4th. Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July.
John, I think you should participate.
Well, if 3 to 103, I made the cut, just barely. That's
you
good.
made the cut.
I'd do that.
In the meantime,
yes.
Let's go back and take another look down memory lane at 2018 parade highlights.
Right. This is the tornado. Tornado took out half the city. I remember this one.
Followed by the guest of honor, and would district driver Mr. David Burton please halt the horses. Please, Tom, you made an amazing mark on Nevada City. Next in line, Sons of the American Revolution, Gold Country. We have the Grass Valley City Council running on their representing another group that serves us well. Here comes America's hero. say what matters to them.
So we are
back from 2018.
Yep.
We're now in 2020. Now this is interesting.
Okay.
Truly.
You have another
Truly,
fact for
I
me.
do.
All right,
I
I'm
do.
ready for it.
Okay. The Declaration of Independence was written on a laptop.
It was not.
You know what?
Okay.
Okay, not a modern laptop,
Oh,
but
okay.
still.
It's always a catch.
Still, Thomas Jefferson drafted the Declaration of Independence on a writing desk that could fit over one's lap.
Oh.
This device was referred to at that time as a laptop.
Oh, sure. Because it was on top of your
his-
lap, the laptop. That's very clever. I never would have put that together.
You know,
Oh,
that's
I
why you
learned
were
a
in
lot.
education.
Wow. Hey, let's go
Benjamin.
to our next video message from the dear folks at the Nevada County Library. Wonderful to have them supporting our community.
We at the Nevada County Community Library are here to create an inclusive environment that fosters discovery
Connect our community with innovative opportunities.
and inspire lifelong learning and personal growth.
Hi, Nevada County. My name's Nick, and I'm your new librarian. Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July!
I think it's, thank you very much, Nevada County Library.
So up next, and this may be the final float of the day. Yes, this is the final float of the day. So bringing up the back of the parade, we have Gold Country Trails Council. The Gold Country Trails Council is an all-volunteer nonprofit organization that was formed in 1981 to develop and maintain over 100 miles of non-motorized multi-use trails, including the Pioneer Trail, 2 large equestrian staging areas along Highway 20, and the Little Laser and Skillman horse camps in the Tahoe National Forest. Today, the Gold Country Trails Council is the largest equestrian trails group in California. I did not know that.
There you are.
And works closely with the U.S. Forest Service and several other partners to further the vision of public access on equestrian trails.
Go hike the trails in Nevada County.
Yes, go out and enjoy the trail. Thank you, Nevada County.
I knew it was the last float. You know why?
Tell me.
Horses.
Of
Who's
course.
going to follow the horses? Nobody. Well, one person.
Well,
One person will.
the janitor.
Yeah.
Do they have a janitor in the parade?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to
Okay,
look.
we will. We'll take a
Okay,
look.
and we wrap up our walk down memory lane. And I know there actually was a disaster at this 2019 parade because we did the commentary for it.
I think
So
the
that
disaster was our commentary.
Yeah, I'm telling you. So let's take a look at the Grass Valley Parade from 2019.
And we'll be back.
We'll be right back. Well, here comes the town crier.
Oidy, 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 is that what we say? Who do we have up behind Gold Country Celtic Society? We have
the Gold Country Trails Council.
Aha.
This is an all-volunteer nonprofit organization formed in 1981. Lions Club, one of the many Lions Clubs in the area whose purpose is to support community activities and needs. Please consider joining one of your local Lions Clubs.
Thank you, Nevada County Sheriff Rescue. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, run, 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 scramble. There we go. All righty.
There we go. Union Hill Marching Band.
Let's watch these hard-working girls go by. And boys.
Yeah.
Union Hill School Marching Band. Director David Lynn. 48 fire engine. This pumper engine, which carries 180 gallons of water, hoses, and related nozzles and other equipment. This engine has a 750 gallon per minute pump to supply good pressure through the hoses. The engine was built by the Seagrave Corporation of Columbus, Ohio, which is the oldest fire apparatus builder in America, founded in 1881, and is still building them today. This genuine antique fire engine is driven by its owner, Captain Frank David.
Here we go, Apollo 11. Oh, there's our Aspen.
Got it.
Wendy, would you be kind enough to tell us about the Extinction Rebellion?
Okay, we're back from our last walk down memory lane.
Indeed, that was fun.
It was totally fun. I was there, you were there, we were there.
Now,
yes.
We have two more facts, and I'm going to share one and then ask my dear colleague Wendy to help me out on the next one.
Okay.
You know, Washington, George Washington that is, was really loved by his troops, in spite of not having shoes in the middle of winter and Valley Forge and all that stuff. You know what he did on this day in 1778? He doubled the rations of rum for his soldiers. How awesome is that?
I'll drink to that.
Yeah, that's all right.
Go,
all right,
George.
What do you got for us there, Wendy?
Well, the last fact that I have, July 4th, 1979, Teresa Salcido is the first baby born in the Disneyland amusement park.
I bet it was on Splash Mountain. That's just me going out on a limb there. I think if you're going to give birth in Disneyland, probably Splash Mountain.
I know.
So, let's take a look at our final video message from the folks at Community Beyond Violence, which I think is a very lovely sentiment. I hope we get there. So let's roll it and take a look at this video.
I'm essential because
I take care of those most in need.
I am here for you.
I'm essential because
I will provide clothing to a woman and her children.
I will provide food to a father and his child.
I will provide shelter for a woman and her dog.
Provide life-saving services whether or not there's a pandemic.
This is Community.
Working with partners to provide services.
Working with government.
This is Community.
Offering resources for building healthy relationships.
Offering shelter.
Offering community meetings and trainings.
Además, ofrecemos servicios en español.
This is Community.
Providing services for healing the effects of interpersonal violence.
Providing a 24-hour crisis line.
Providing support groups.
You are Community.
Engage survivors.
Engaging volunteers.
Engage supporters.
Empower survivors.
Empowering community members.
Empowering individuals.
Prevent violence.
Prevent violence.
Join us to help provide essential services. Join us to build a community beyond violence.
Community beyond violence.
Community without violence.
This is Community. Join us.
And thank you very much, Community Beyond Violence. Well, we basically have wrapped it up here. Another year. Are you going to come back next year? Should we do this again next year?
If they'll have me.
Okay, then maybe not. But I'll be here at the very least, which is good. So join us later tonight, ladies and gentlemen, on YouTube, Facebook, or cable at 6 p.m. for our local music and light show celebration. And thank you so much for joining us. I'd like to give the final words to my dear colleague, Wendy.
Well, in this time of our pandemic, I know that we've all made a lot of changes. I know I personally have. And one of the things that's been important to me, that while I wear my mask, I look the best I possibly can. So I've definitely worked on my makeup technique, and I want to know what you think about it.
Oh, that's wonderful. And that's a wrap. See you next year. One of us will be back.